got our podcast thinking you should watch it. If you driving, man, it's good for you to listen. No, we keep it real. No, we spit it raw. Sports dialogue. No, it's good if I'm involved. No, we're not the news. We just cool dude with nobody to impress. Just talking our shit. Call it pressman coverage. Pressman coverage.
Welcome into Pressman Coverage, a podcast dedicated to you, the fan. Today we'll be breaking down a few things. One, we're going to go over the absolute slapping of life face between the Titans and the Texans last week in week 4. We'll also look ahead to the Cardinals game in week 5 as we fight for our first victory. We'll see how that goes. But first, before we do anything, as always, got to introduce the crew. Let's start with the Code Meister. Cody, how you feeling today, man?
Man, tough one. You know, typically we do some of these podcasts a little earlier in the week, but little do the people know, me and Lynn, we had to go on a rescue mission. We had to save Randy from the Cumberland. You know, he decided to jump. He went in there. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's just break out the brown paper bags, dude. It's embarrassing. If I have one, I can put it on. All I got is plastic, which is probably a little bit more fitting.
Yeah. Sauce, talk to the people.
Hey, man. Thank God for these brothers, man. I had to call on them. I had to take a little break, take a sabbatical. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to the fans, man. We've been a little minute. Hey, Eric Henry, he's not happy. You know what I'm saying? We miss him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We miss him. Just no points. No red zone trips. We're gonna get to it today, man. This has been a rough week. We're definitely far off schedule from my 11 game.
We just gotta go 11-3 the rest of the way.
I hate this franchise, but I'm married to it, or I'm tired to them. I'm two-tone. If you cut me open, buddy, I'm bleeding out two-tone. We have to sit through this. We're gonna get to it today, though. But I'm here, man. I'm here. Liam,
he's safe. He's dry.
How you doing? Yeah.
Man, I am in a place where my heart is just heavy. I was just expecting at least, one win to this point. I could convince myself through pure delusion of okay, we got the Cardinals, the Raiders, the Patriots. None of them have a winning record. Maybe we can at least scrounge up one or two of those and be close to 500. I could be lying to myself right now with great passion. But 0-4 is just a real place that's rough. Again, Ravens are 1-3. They've got all the optimism in the world. Don't get me wrong. They've got Lamar Jackson, who's hurt. But even with a hurt Lamar Jackson, they've got a bunch of optimism. I would have a little bit more if we had one. We are fighting for one, and it really feels like it's not going to happen. Do I think we're going to go 0-17? I think we're going to find a way to get one, but that one could be the last week of the season against the Saints. This is a real rough place to be.
It's honestly crazy because we gave up the least amount of sacks we've given up. We got the most amount of sacks we've gotten this season. We were penalized the least amount of times and it was the worst game of the year, 26-0. How is that possible for this
across
team,
the board?
Bro?
Very disciplined.
How does this team do this to us?
Literally all of the issues in our keys to the game. Randy talked about being disciplined. Cody talked about the trenches, winning that battle. We did both of those things and somehow came out I don't get it. Why, man? What is wrong with us? We put down 5 problems and pick up 5 more. We went from, I don't even want to talk about Joey Sly. We're just going to bounce around as we review this, just so you guys know. I'm not going to go in succinct manner through the game because, to be honest with you, there's nothing to go through on the Titans. I would just be talking about Houston. We made C.J. Stroud look like he was a good quarterback again. 22 for 28. Oh, my God. He had a passer rating of 125.
They might go on a run.
C.J. Stroud looked like. We made Woody Marks look like Woody from Toy Story.
Y'all ever heard of Woody Marks before this game? Y'all ever heard of him? I really never heard of him.
We make stars
he looked like
out
a
here,
superstar.
man.
We make stars. If you want to look good, come see us. Everybody was so upset. They were like, oh, my goodness, We haven't gotten Jaden Higgins involved. Here comes a touchdown, courtesy of anybody you want. Like, it's just been frustrating to see. Calvin Ridley continues his slump. 2 receptions, 30 yard. He always has a 20-yard reception and does nothing else. Like, he caught 2 of his 3 targets, but come on, man.
L'Jarius Sneed, who? Sound like a damn owl. And then second and 33 gives up the freaking like 35 yards of Nico Collins. That's who.
It makes no sense. And it looked like it's like he was in press coverage but didn't touch him. Was like, I'm just going to stand close to you and then run with you backwards, knowing that you run faster than me that way. Then I'm going to turn around and look, see you have 2 steps on me, easy reception. And then look around like, where's the safety help?
You got to
like,
bench him, bro. That's a benchable offense.
Like, man, just goodness gracious, man. It's really frustrating seeing the state we're in. And I also hate this too, that the fact that Tony Pollard had 4.6 a carry. Like, Tony Pollard was solid. He had a 20-yard rush in this game, which was something we hadn't seen all season. Like, he was solid overall, but we have to talk about Cameron. He's Cameron when he plays bad. This was definitely Cameron's worst game. I know he had the interception, which was, a bounce off somebody's hands interception, like it wasn't Stevie. But it's one of those where he was off target a lot more than what we were used to seeing from him. I think there was like 4 true misses this game. A few of them, you couldn't tell if he was just throwing the wrong route or, timing was off. It was just a rough game for him, which, to be honest, I expect out of a rookie. You're going to have 2 solid games, maybe 2 games that are so-so. Maybe have an extremely good game and an extremely bad game. I expect that up and down from our rookie. But it was pitiful. Barely eclipsed 100 yards. If you count in the sack yardage lost, he had 93 yards total for the day. I mean, it's rough, man. It's a rough place to be.
Yeah, and I think his games are steadily getting a little worse. I don't know if the word is regressing, but he's just not as crisp. He's not as clean. I mean, their season so far, 64 of 125. He's completing 51% of his passes, 614 yards, less than 5 yards an attempt. I mean, that's heinous. I mean, that's just horrible. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And so we kind of have to, 4 games in, we kind of have to compare this to Will Levis, right? Will Levis, through 4 games, had 857 yards, 61% completion percentage, 6 touchdowns, 2 picks. So, it's not good.
It's not good at all. And yeah, sure, Will Levis is a second-year quarterback last year. Whatever you want to call it. His first 4 games, he had DeAndre Hopkins and Calvin Ridley. Like, you can throw all this other nuance into it, but at the end of the day, Cameron Ward did not have a good game. It's just that simple. And yeah, and the people were comparing the defenses that Will Levis played against what Cam Ward's played against. All those things are very real things. Like, I'm not trying to ignore the nuance of those conversations, but at the end of the day, I do expect more from Cam Ward. He's not off the hook in terms of things going bad. What we do as a fan base is we kind of rotate through 3 things. Right now, we hate the head coach. Next, we'll be hating the GM if we continue this. After the head coach gets fired, we'll give it 4 or 5 games. Then it's Borgonzi's fault because he doesn't have a good enough team.
Brinker.
Then it's going to flip to beginning of next year. If Cam Ward starts off bad, it's actually Cam's fault. Did we make the wrong decision? It's going to just continue to flip flop. I'm hoping, and I do believe Cam Ward will get it together, but it hasn't been a great start. It's kind of been mediocre. And we're going to take an episode just to let you guys know to look at Cam Ward's first 5 to 6 games versus the 5 or 6 games of those same 8 or 9 quarterbacks we looked at the beginning of the year when we looked at their total seasons. So we'll look and see where he compares against them. I'll tell you right now, we may not like what it looks like. Right now he's on pace for 8 touchdowns for the year. So do we expect that to rise? Yes, but by how much, we shall see. It's going to take some magic.
So what do y'all think this is, man? I mean, do you think he's trying to be too aggressive? Like, he feels like he has to make the play to try to like spark this offense, because it feels like his best plays is when he's running around trying to make something happen. And then if he's just like kind of standing around in the pocket, like he's missing these like these flat routes. Like I was expecting him to be able to hit these, and I think he missed like 2 or 3. So it means he's
Yeah.
just feeling the pressure of like having to constantly make a big play on his own.
I think so. I think he's feeling the pressure. I think he wants to win that bad or create some momentum for the team. I think he has that juice, and I think he's just trying to hit him with that adrenaline and be able to go out there and just make some plays for the team. But unfortunately, sometimes when it's like that, Cam is maybe an inch or two off, and it bounces off of Ellick's hands, or some of those key plays, if really would have caught maybe half of those, like this picture mail would have looked a little different. Maybe the momentum would be a little different in these games, but we've shot ourselves in the foot so much, which I think is what led up to Cam ultimately having that, a little bit of like truth that he let out, you know what I'm saying, of how they feel about how they're playing. And I don't
We
take it as he,
asked.
yeah, yeah. And
You
I,
summed
I
it up
know it kind of,
perfectly.
and I know it went viral or whatever, but I don't think it's a testament to the team, but I think it's more so of him pointing out that, like, I know we're better than this, and this is how we're playing, and it's just unacceptable. Um, him as a competitor, him as a just a leader of the team, like growing with that, like this is the growing pains that comes with this. Yeah, man. Yeah, that
He
11 game
included
pace
himself
looks
in
to
it.
be on the reverse side, and we're on pace for that number 1 pick, baby.
Yeah. Yep.
Ruben Bain, come on down. And
Yeah,
Cody, I do agree. Like, I think that um he's trying to do a lot, and I get it. He's in a spot where he's used to being able to do
he
a
can't
lot
play free right
and
now.
get away with it. Uh, and I think he needs to. And this is, one of his knocks coming out of the draft. Like, let's not act like this is something new.
He's always going
One
to
of
go
his knocks
aggressive.
was when he plays on schedule or needs to play on schedule, he's not as good. He's excellent when he's off schedule, but on schedule he has to improve. He was a C+ guy in college, maybe a B- in terms of being on schedule and his accuracy and so forth. And in the NFL, that goes down a few letter grades. Maybe that goes to a C- or a D+. In terms of where he's at currently. Can he improve? Yes. I think it's just all about that shift in mindset of, yeah, take the check down. If you look at the all 22, there are instances where, yes, it's 3rd and 10, you're hunting for something past the sticks. You've got somebody open who's 4 yards, in front of the line of scrimmage. Get them the ball and see what you can make happen. Like, sometimes you have to do that. And I think he's going to have to learn that. And that doesn't help when you've got an O-line who breaks down, who forces you out of the pocket, and you've got receivers who aren't making plays or getting open, and you're just going to what's natural. I think he's a gamer, just one of those people where when it's not going, I'm going to figure out a way to get it done. And in the NFL, it just doesn't work like that at quarterback.
Hmm.
Otherwise, the Cam Newtons of the world and all of them would have just been superstars from the very beginning through the end. Those physical freaks who can make every throw and do like just that's just not the way it works. Your surrounding cast means so much. And maybe he is a guy who needs better weapons who can help make plays, make those contested catches when he throws the ball into traffic or a little bit off target and he can go get it versus the guys who are route technicians and they need the ball in pinpoint accuracy in order for it to go. So it's an
Yeah.
interesting place to be in. It is.
Let
It
me let
is.
me ask y'all for this particular week. Is there any like reservations or feelings of how maybe Callahan coached this particular week? I know his knock has been with the play calling, and I mean, it's hard to judge the play calling of Bo Hardegree for the first game that he's called for the Titans. Obviously, we didn't even make it in the red zone, so I'm gonna try to see what he does this week before I cast a full judgment on that. But as far as like management of the game, did it feel a little more peaceful as far as on the Callahan side, or did anything feel egregious?
No, I think that's how it's supposed to feel when
Yeah,
you're a coach. Like
yeah,
we're not supposed to recognize you. Like you ain't supposed to
Yeah.
be like making news for doing dumb stuff that hurts the team.
I agree, man. I there wasn't much out of that. And, on the play calling side of the house, a few things I was disappointed with is somehow our play action percentage went down.
mm,
And the things that are just so perplexing to me is I think I read that we're like number 1 in the league in 11 personnel. And the next tier down or the next team down who's number 2 in the league is 11% less of 11 personnel. the top teams in the league are tops of the league in 12 personnel. Like, why are we not seeing these trends? The quarterbacks who are really succeeding this year, play action has been a core principle. Daniel Jones, over 30% of the plays that they run are play action. That's a third of the plays.
Yes.
And yes, you've got Jonathan Taylor who's running the ball really well, but Tony Pollard's been no slouch. Like, if Tony Pollard was able to run the ball in the fourth quarter because we're not down every fourth quarter, he would probably be averaging close to 100 yards a game. Even if he just had an extra 20 to 30 yards in the fourth quarter, he would be there. So why not lean on the play action, make the game simple? It allows your wide receivers to get more separation. It lets Cam Ward naturally be out the pocket and make movements, and it helps your offensive line. Like, why are we not doing that more?
100.
I just don't understand that.
Well,
100%.
I think with the Tony Pollard thing to me, bro, and I agree he is a very good player, but no, he doesn't strike fear in defenses. Because he's not going to bust a 60-yard run like Jonathan Taylor is. He's not going to bust a 60-yard run like Derrick Henry was when he was here. So it just doesn't put the fear in defenses to like creep up and to bite on the play action, in my opinion.
Well, can I challenge back with that?
Go ahead, Randy. Go ahead, Randy.
I wanted to challenge back slightly with that. So, from what I got from what Lim is saying, is not necessarily making them fear of running the ball. I think you continue. Tony Pollard has been efficient with running the ball. I think it's just when it comes to the play action, involving him more in it, like simple high-low concepts. If it's not there, check it down. And Tony Pollard in space, I think, can still be dynamic and cause you problems. You know, I mean, I think he may have had a dump off or two in the Texans game to where he looked pretty nice with the ball in his hands and he was able to make something happen. But it's just, I think we need more of that simple concept. High low. If it ain't there, check it down and let Tony get in space, or Tajay now since he's back, and just see what can happen.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree. I mean, I think number of carries is important too. I think, probably run the ball just more in general. I think my thought process is that they don't fear that he can bust a big play, so they're not going to just creep up that extra couple feet or whatever to just open up to like get a play behind them. And so it's just it just doesn't, I don't know, it's just they just don't, nobody's scared of them. I
think it's less about that and more like, for me, okay, for instance, the Chargers led the league in play action rate last year. Who was their running back?
Najee,
you see what I'm saying?
Know,
like, yeah. It's one of those where, and probably the bad example I used was what was the Colts, but even with the Rams, and don't get me wrong, they've got solid running back play, but it's not like that. Kyron Williams is somebody who's just the most feared in the league. Now, I'm not saying that he's not
I don't
a
think
player,
they're just completely game planning for
but
Kyron.
it's one of those where it's like, all right, man, eventually we've just got to try it more. I think that's really what's I would like us to do. Like, at least let the percentage be higher. Like, let's just see if all the successful teams are doing it. Why aren't we doing those things? 12 personnel. If all the successful teams run more 12 personnel than 11, why aren't we doing it more? Or why are we so far the opposite way? Like, why are we bottom of the league in play action, bottom of the league in 12 personnel, when we can't block anyway, get two tight ends on the field? And don't get me wrong, I know it's a big scheme thing. Like, this is where Brian Callahan comes from. 3 wide receiver sets, 11 personnel is the thing. But I just wish it would be just factored in more into the equation.
Now, let's put on our 10 caps here. Is this the previous regime, all they wanted to do was like run the football, do all this other stuff, and kind of be this just pound your face in offense? And the GM was like, hey, like, we don't want to be like that. We want to open it up, blah, 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 and just have 3 wide receivers. We don't want these big sets in there. And Callahan's just trying to do that?
Well, I think Callahan's just doing what he's always done. He's always been an 11 personnel guy. I don't even think it has anything to do with the last regime. I feel like we have to be adaptable. Is really the big thing for me.
Yeah.
If we came in and thought we'd be able to slice and dice or our scheme would get people open, it's not. We've got to figure out a way to be diverse enough and just adjust, man. That's I guess the point I'm trying to make. I'm not knocking either philosophy. I think both can be successful. But if one hasn't been successful and we're getting blanked and we've scored, I think, 47 points or 42 points, whatever it is total for the year, my dog, try something different, man.
It is.
At
It
least
is pretty
incorporate some
crazy.
RPOs, do something that Cam's used to. Like, golly, man.
It is pretty crazy how it always feels like the Titans are just like a year behind everything.
Doesn't
like,
matter what it is.
we feel so outdated.
What it
opening
is.
up the offense, we're running it 30 times a game.
Exactly.
When
All the
everybody's
best
on
teams are
12
in
personnel,
five wide, and we're like, hey,
we're running empty.
personnel. Then it flips on us, and now we're in 11 personnel, and everybody's in 12.
We're
Pick
just,
up, man.
we're just
We're
a
just
day late and a
converted.
dollar short every time. It's just crazy.
And it's, you know what it is, man? I think it's because we are like not at the cusp of the innovation, right? Like teams that are already good at something, they know, okay, we've put this on film. Now we've got to adjust so they're not prepared. We weren't good at, certain things or anything. Rather, our offense has been bad for 6 straight years. Like, it's been a very long time since we had a productive offense. So we're always trying to play catch up, which means we're always behind. And
It's just maddening. we're always behind the times. We're always behind.
we can never keep up. And it always averages to us scoring 19 points a game. Like something that's just absolutely ridiculous. I don't know when's the last time it has to be 2019 or something like that since we've averaged 20 points a game. Like it's
I think it was 2019, 2020. I mean, we averaged like 30.
Yeah, we were balling. Then we fell off a cliff. Okay. Well, let me just give a quick few shout outs as we kind of wrap up our coverage of the recap, I should say, of the last game. Cedric Gray was absolutely balling. He had a 90 grade for PFF last week, 17 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, had a QB hit. I mean, Cedric Gray was playing some ball, man. Like, big shout out to him. He was on it. Cody Barton was right there with him. But I also have to talk about the Jeffrey Simmons. 4 tackles for loss in 1 game, a sack. Like, Jeff Simmons is a monster.
He got a sack in 0.2 seconds.
Literally the fastest sack in the last 2 years. The other sack before that was when the guy jumped over the line and tackled the quarterback. Like a true hand in the dirt sack, the fastest in more than 2 years. But that's amazing, man. Like his weight loss, I thought may have been a little bit more show than tell. Tell than show, I should say. But he's showing it, and it's really been different. You can see a difference in his quickness. His hand usage has been better. I mean, shout out to Jeff Simmons, man. You've been absolutely killing it. You've earned every dime of it. If you're playing well to be traded to another team, more power to you. But at the end of the day, shout out to him.
He's also giving a big middle finger to everybody who was mad at him for not coming to voluntary training camp.
Big facts. He's not a team leader. Shut up. He's leading on the field. Randy, what are you going to say? Because I know you're about to say some ignorance.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't understand this. We're already we already been just purging each way, pointing the finger, blaming. So it's just like, I think we got to keep our solid pieces when it comes to that. I hear a lot of the Titans community and Titans fans ready to just, sell it all, sell all of it. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's necessary right now. That's just me. I mean, we're already about to get we're on pace to get that first round pick, man. So I think that's enough. I don't think we need to just start just selling.
I guess my question keep your corner pieces. You is, how do you think how do we get better without draft capital? Because I say that because we've signed top of the market players at almost every position in the last 2 or 3 free agencies. I know that Snead was, trade, but let's just go cornerback. Then we go left tackle with Dan Moore. Then we go center. Then we went wide receiver with Calvin Ridley. At what point do you think we have to pivot to the draft? And if it is the draft, and let's just say we get a first round pick for Jeff. I may be reaching, but let's just say we got it. I'm not saying it's realistic, but let's say we got it. Would you not take a first round pick for Jeff right now, Sauce?
I don't think so, because we don't have any pass rush. So it's like you want to give the one good thing that we got going.
We don't have a pass rush with him.
Right.
I just said he got a sack in 0.2 seconds. So it's like if you can put some pieces around him.
As a team, I mean, okay, put the pieces around him. How long are we talking? We're in a multi-year
Next year.
rebuild.
Yeah, I mean,
Next
he's
year.
28, dude.
I
Like,
think-
what is
I
he going to
think-
be at 31? We got to kind of
Next
start
year,
thinking.
what?
I think if we get like let's say we're on pace for this first round pick. We're at odds of getting that. We get that first round pick. We trade down, right? Get our
I like
pass
it.
rusher, like a solid pass rusher, pass catcher. I think and you fill in the depth wherever you want to from there. I think we're in a competitive position again. That's just me.
Oh, here we go.
I think but I'm saying solid pass catcher. You know what I mean? Follow me here. Get out of there, dark son. Let me talk to you. Come here so you can hear me. Let me talk to you. Follow me here. Pass catcher, pass rush. Just need those things. That's it. I don't think you trade away your asset, and all you need is a couple more pieces. You heard Jeff say earlier, Cam shouldn't call us that, man. We got all the things in practice. This sounds crazy. We got all the things in practice.
You know what's funny? It's like Jeffrey Simmons will be like, "Yeah, man, I didn't see this in practice because you're practicing against ass."
Trying to make it sound good. Oh man, I'm trying to make it sound good, dog.
Practice, yeah, no kidding.
You out here smoking them, cause
Oh my gosh, man.
hot caca. It's bad.
Look,
Hot caca.
right now, drop in the comments, like, comment, subscribe, but drop in the comments if you would trade Jeff Simmons for a first round pick, and just one sentence of why. Randy, I get what you're saying. He's a cornerstone piece, but he's a cornerstone piece.
I think you padlock him like Myles Garrett. Don't let him go nowhere.
Myles Garrett
Treat him
got
like
paid so much
Death
money.
row deal.
That's the only
Death
reason
row-
why he was going to stay. But you have to realize, man, like,
Oh man.
if I'm Jeff, why would I even want to be here still, man? Like also that side of it as well.
He loves
Like,
it.
why would you want to do that?
We
literally,
love him.
people don't like. Can we just recognize we're in the first stages of a rebuild? We just got our quarterback. We have a lot of guys on 1-year deals. We're gonna have to replace those guys because those guys have been slow. No, I ain't gonna say that. Xavier
you can
Woods
say
has
it.
been the best safety in the league. Cody Barton's been average. Dan Moore's been average. Draymond Jones has been terrible. Jahad Ward has been less than average. I'm not going to say terrible. Like, we're talking about a lot more pieces. L'Jarius Sneed will likely be cut. We're going to need a number 1 corner and a number
Yeah.
2 corner. And if we don't sign McQuarrie, a number 3 corner. Like, we're going to need so
We're gonna
much.
need a
We
lot.
need so much.
We're
One
gonna need a lot
draft
now.
is not going to solve it. We're 2 drafts and 2 free agencies away from getting 1 or 2 players in each from being a truly competitive team. Next year, if we win 8 games, everybody will be jumping up and down screaming we're actually on progress, like on pace to build, which means we're 3 years away from being competitive, which means Jeff Simmons will be 31. Give a first round pick while he's playing really well.
Your analytics
That's
don't
the
matter. My
reality.
feelings matter.
And I get it because he's going to be like Derrick Henry and go somewhere
Oh,
else and
man.
dominate still.
He will.
And
Go ahead.
He'll probably go to the Ravens. That's how it works. Titans always go to the Ravens. I mean,
was looking
Nick
at- I
Nair
was-
went to the Ravens. Derek Mason went to the
Dog.
Ravens. Derrick Henry went to the Ravens.
Dog.
I mean, it's
I
just
can't
that's
take it
the
no
career
more,
path.
bro. When I seen Jeremy McNichols take one to the house, I'm tired of giving away our
Khalif
time.
Raymond's still eating on
Khalif
the
Raymond
on the
balling,
Lions,
like-
dog.
I'm sick of it, man.
It's
But
ridiculous.
let's move on. I
Have a better
digress.
time.
But
Yeah, that's good.
God, dog.
Let's jump over to our Week 5 preview. So we've got the Cardinals coming up this week. Cardinals are 2-2. They have lost back-to-back games. And it's been terrible. It's one of those where they've lost games off of these game-winning kicks. Essentially, the Cardinals are hurt right now. They are truly hurt. The Titans are 1-4, of course, coming off of a shutout. We know what this is. Just a few updates rolling into this game. We did sign an offensive tackle, Brant Banks. He's a rookie out of Rice. He's 6'7", 318, big feller.
okay.
He did post a 76.8 overall blocking grade in the preseason. He hadn't taken a snap in the regular season for the Packers. But he did have an 89.1 pass blocking grade in the preseason as well. No pressures, no hurries, no sacks. All of his snaps were actually at left tackle, even though he's listed as a right. I don't know why. I don't think ESPN doesn't update it until you play an actual regular season snap, whatever. But a guy with at least some sort of potential.
Sounds good. I like it.
So we're fine. We're fine.
Yay. So exciting.
Y'all think he gets called up in this week?
Well,
you know JC Latham's
we signed
still
somebody
out.
off their practice squad. So if I'm not mistaken, if we sign somebody, we have to activate them. I believe. I don't think we can send them to our practice squad. I may be off on that.
Yeah, I think you got to sign him. Yeah. Oh, he's signed to the roster, so he'll probably be playing.
He's signed to the roster
Sunday.
I'm pretty sure we just cut John Ojukwu a little earlier this week as well. But we did have one spot available from all the roster work that we did around the Jarvis Brownlee Jr. trade. We never filled that spot with him. So he's on the active roster. We'll probably see him there. I think he will be one of the if he can get acclimated in time. I guess that's a big if.
Yeah.
But I could see him being that swing tackle because Blake Hanson's on the injury report as well, who kind of served in that piece. Brandon Crickshaw-Dixon, maybe don't think he's ready. I don't know. But we did bring another ham hock in here to help us out. So we'll see how that goes. But overall, one of the matchups I'll be looking at is kind of mediocre versus mediocre, which is our wide receiver, our corners, versus the Cardinals wide receivers. Marvin Harrison Jr. is coming off his best game, essentially, which is 6 receptions for 66 yards and a touchdown. He did have 10 targets. Najarius Sneed has just been pretty poo-poo. He's ranked 96th out of 103 cornerbacks. Just to give people a picture of it. Roger McCreary's been solid. He's 19th. And Jalen Armour Davis, actually, in his limited snaps over the last game and a half, is 44th out of 103 with the 63.4. So it'll be interesting to see because they don't really have many weapons. Zay Jones, who did miss last game, hasn't played well when he's been in there. Michael Wilson or Michael Wilson, whichever one you want to say it, has also been piss poor, honestly, when it comes to his ability. So we'll see how we can hold up. Kyler Murray had 2 picks last game. He has been solid this season, in terms of just PFF grade, at least 72.7 overall, ranked 13th out of 38 QBs. But talk to me about this matchup, fellas. Tell me what you're thinking. I'll kind of let you guys take the show for a few moments. Tell me about this matchup overall.
Man.
Yeah, their running backs have been getting absolutely decimated. They lost Trey Benson today.
Mm-hmm.
He went to IR.
Yes.
And then I think the week before that, James Conner, who was on my fantasy team, luckily I traded him right before he got hurt, snapped his ankle. So, now we're going to be waiting for Imari DeMarcado, who I think is actually a pretty good player. I think he's more like their receiving back, but I think that he could potentially give us some Woody Marks type of issues.
Yeah, I really like DeMarcado, man. He's pretty elusive with the ball, shifty guy. I think he's one of the more tricky ones. And then we're gonna have to really seal those edges and contain Kyler Murray from getting outside the pocket. And just those broken plays. I think that's gonna be one of the keys to the game. We do have a slight advantage. They have some offensive woes as well. So I think we could possibly capitalize on that. If it's any week to try to get it, it's this week. You know what I mean? Yeah, like we really have to take advantage of some of these matchups, man. Like this is a winnable game. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
it's a winnable game. I think if we put in our best corner on Marvin Harrison, I think you can still mess with some of his confidence and get him rattled, get him off his game. And I think the real big matchup will be probably McBride. That's the one that really scares me. Trey McBride.
7
we're
receptions
gonna have to have some safeties
last
on him.
week.
Yeah,
targeted 11 times.
Man,
he's getting the rock.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr., dude, he has looked shaken. He's looked rattled. Man, I've never seen somebody down 2 touchdowns catch a touchdown. They just drop to a knee and stop the ride.
He praised the Lord. He said, "Oh my God, thank you, football gods."
Ain't no better get right game than the Tennessee Titans, boy. I'm telling you what, he's probably about to eat up on us. But yeah, I mean, Marvin
I think
Harrison
we can win
Jr.
this one.
Oh,
yeah,
you're the only one. So
it's we could. Not saying we will, but we could. We'll give predictions in a second. But this will be interesting. And like you said, safeties will be something we've got to battle. Talk to me
Mm-hmm.
about what you think's been happening with Amani Hooker, though.
he has not been looking good. He hasn't been tackling, and he's kind of looked not like himself to me. He's just he's got that extension. He is, to me, he has not played well since.
I mean, I think some of it's coming with just the swag of the team and the confidence that they're playing with right now. They're not really playing with much confidence, and I think with that comes a lot of mental errors, comes a lot of just fixable mistakes. You know what I mean? And we got to get to back stacking good days. You know, Amani Hooker. I mean, he came out last year and he came out hot and came out fired up. But when we start losing, we start getting gassed, man. So it's a little bit of that same thing. We just have to get back to that fire and that confidence. You know, it's not a Dolphins podcast. You know, it's Titans two-tone blue. But I really liked that viral clip of the defensive coordinator coming out and really charging them up with their intention for the week. I think they played on Monday night. And that defense came out fired up, man. And so it's just like when it comes to like Hooker and Snead and all these other pieces, we need that same type of energy around the building to where these guys can come out. And I think it can be a winnable game. I think Hooker can get some better days ahead of him. You know what I mean?
He needs them because right now he's ranked the 77th safety out of 79.
Yeah, I'm not really trying to hear the whole like the aura of the team or whatever is causing his struggles. He is a veteran. He's supposed to be a leader on this team. Like that type of play for him is like unacceptable to me, especially that we just gave him an extension. But I do want to backtrack real quick because we always cover this before we actually do the preview or whatever. So Titans are 7.5 point dogs.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah. And the over under is 42.5, which is just absolutely abysmal.
Oh man.
Ooh, man.
Yeah. We're in trouble. 7.5 versus a 2-2 team. I mean, we were the same last week against it. I don't even want to.
Against the Texans, man.
No,
they did what they did on us.
I'm hurt. But yeah, thank you for tossing that in because that is super important. You know, and you know, it's funny that Hooker's playing so bad. He's 77th out of 79, and Xavier Woods on a 1-year deal is literally the highest rated safety according to PFF. Number 1 out of 79 at a 90 overall versus Amani Hooker at 39. You know, and that's coming without like a bunch of picks or anything. Like, it's not like he's got to pick every game. Like, he's just been in the right spot. He's had a lot of pass breakups.
Coming down
I really
in that
love
box.
the Xavier Woods signing. Like, he's been solid. He's been solid.
He's been really good. He's been really good. So I mean, what do we do, man? Well, I mean, Trey McBride, we got to cover Trey McBride, dude. This dude's an absolute animal. He's probably top 2 tight end in the NFL, 24 catches on 35 targets, 234 yards. He's got a 10-yard average, 1 touchdown. I mean, he's averaging about 60 yards a game. Absolute matchup nightmare. What do y'all think?
It's going to be a heavy reliance on our linebackers to be able to stay true. And, you know, a lot of his targets just come out of just pure, like, he's not a big, it only comes off play action guy. He's going to line up and just route you to death and catch the ball when it's in his area. Like, he's just consistent. He doesn't have just like super blazing speed. He's fast, don't get me wrong, but he's not like Kyle Pitts level fast. And he's not huge either. He just gets the job done, but he does it based off of you not being disciplined. If you're not disciplined from a linebacker core, you're in trouble. And I think they may be picking on Cedric Gray a lot this game and really trying to see, are you ready? And one way we can try to combat that is our 3 safety look, because Quandre Diggs has come in and been serviceable. And I would love for this to be a Kevin Winston game. I would love for his first game to be up against a number 1 tight end. I know that sounds backwards, a rookie coming in against an elite level tight end, but I would just love to see what that 6'2" frame does and how he can keep up physically. Talking about who's playing, I would love for Quandre Diggs to rotate there or see more Hooker against the tight end matchup and see, because speed versus speed, Hooker should be able to keep up. and I think has the most potential from a coverage standpoint to lock him down. Even though we're just dog cooker, we really need him to step up in that way. That's a great question, Cody. Randall, what are you thinking, man?
Man, I hate to kind of jump here because like one of my keys to the game is just second half energy. I'm not gonna be so nervous off of what they do in the first half. We usually come out and play pretty decent as far as like on the defensive side of the ball. It's that second half, man, and that's what really scares me with with Trey McBride because he could be unleashed in the second half if we don't continue to play discipline, continue to just rattle to the ball, make the tackles, and just play smart football and actually get some points on the board. Like if that doesn't happen, then he's gonna have a big day. So yeah, it's that second half. Once that third quarter hit, what we doing, fellas?
And I think you're right when it comes to tackling too. Jeff Simmons said in his interview earlier today, first half, and coaches make up more stats than anybody, so take this with a grain of salt. Missed 2 tackles in the first half of games this season and over 35 in the second half. Missed tackles overall. And Trey McBride's a guy where if you miss 1 tackle, man, he's going to house it or it's going to be a 30, 40-yard game. And that's what happens in the second half. Defense holds, 1 30-yard game, and it's just like for the rest of the game, they've parted the Red Seas. Whether it's like, oh, man, offense hasn't scored anyway. What's the point of playing harder? They just lack on a little bit of technique in core moments, and there it goes. So we've got to be able to really facilitate that, so that'll be rough. Cody, what are your thoughts on Mr. McBride? No, go ahead, Sauce, my bad.
Yeah, please.
I want you to go ahead and give your opinion on Trey McBride, but I had something I wanted to throw out for the offensive side of the ball because all the defense in the world could be all and well, but if we can't score points, we still can ultimately lose the game. So, if you don't mind, Cody, like I wanted to ask, do you guys think this is the week where they may try a little more RPO? Like, we got to figure out some creative ways to get the ball out quick. Let Cam operate in his natural flow and just get in a rhythm, man. Like, that's the name of the game on the offensive side of the ball. It's just to let Cam, like, just get comfortable. Make the game easy for him. You know what I mean? And so I think one of the things that just he thrived in was RPOs and, like you said, play action and those high-low concepts. Just making it easy. Like, do y'all think we can actually get that going with Bo Hardy?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I think of my prediction, bro.
I've never had Liam this silent or just lost for words. He got nothing for. I'll put it on the platter for you, buddy. No hope. It's just we're cooked,
listen,
man. We're cooked.
They literally switched to play callers and we got shut out, dude. So, I mean, like, that's just a sign to me that nothing is working. So, I mean, I don't know how much they can switch it up. Like what they
toast crunch. We're cinnamon toast crunch.
I do remember though the last time me and Lynn went and watched them play the Cardinals, and it was an absolute butt kicking. It was 38-13.
Chandler Jones had like 7 sacks. He was me and Cody were like 2 rows up from the field on the visitor side, and Chandler Jones was standing on the bench talking crazy. I have never been so hurt in my life. Then Kyler Murray threw a nasty touchdown, came off. That's what I do. I said, golly. And I feel like more of that's about to happen. He's about to show us what the F he does. Because, again, they're coming off 2 heartbreaking losses. Like, they're going to be just as hungry as we are, and we're 0-4. Like, and I think that's part of the issue. Like, they're going to
it's going to be like feeding time at the zoo.
It's going to be rough, man. Like, I want to see a game where we score 3 touchdowns in a game. I don't care how they come. I don't care if it's 2 kick returns. Just score 3 touchdowns in a game, man. Figure it out. It's going to be rough. Okay, enough talking. I do want to mention just real quick, their offensive line, Evan Brown, their left guard, is questionable. Their other guard, Isaiah Adams, is questionable as a player as a whole. He's 73rd out of 77 ranked in terms of guards. Paris Johnson, I think he came out of Ohio State 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. He's actually looked pretty solid. He's got a 73 overall pass by grade overall. He's 18th out of 73. Their center, I don't know how to say his name, so I'll just say Froholt is his last name. He's third out of 35 centers. So he's been very solid. They're kind of a top-heavy unit, though, and been weaker at their guard spots, especially if Evan Brown won't be able to play. So we could have a potential to really affect the passer, potentially. I just have to start talking slow around those moments. Like, I, I have no confidence right now.
You want to say that so bad, but we just saw what the
My
Rams
mind's
did
telling
to
me
us.
no.
Yeah,
But reality is telling me we suck. Like, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. Like, I look at, you talk about our offense. I look at Ellick. I'm like, man, he's got real potential. Mind you, he's had like 40 yards a game. Like, it's not like he's just been going crazy.
We're dying so hard for some flashes, bro.
Our next best options. Like,
oh man,
oh my gosh. Okay, jump into it. Let's just get it out there, man. We've done enough of the coverage. Let's start with you, Sauce. You're the optimism, man. I just brought us down a little bit. Bring us back up or something. Give me your score prediction. Let's go.
Buckle up, fellas. Let's ride, baby.
Again, I've buckled up so many times with these damn predictions, and we've been in so many car crashes.
We're in about our third rental. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
13-10 Titans. We get our first dub.
Yeah.
I had to, man.
No, man. No. All right. In all seriousness, I think it's flipped in reality. I think it's 13-10 Titans. I mean, 13-10. I can't even say it, man. Like 13-10 Cardinals.
We go to 0-5. Okay.
5, man.
You got 13-10 Cardinals.
It gets dark.
Walk me through, like, who's scoring for us?
Ray right now has got a bulk of dip on the way. He's got a bulk of dip. Saving it for when he makes this travel down here. He's ready.
He's going to pack us into the
dirt. He just put 40 points up on Carolina. They're finna eat us for breakfast. It's really finna be feeding time at the zoo.
Have we scored 40 points this season?
We barely scored 40 all year.
Okay.
Put 46 on yours. What you got?
All right. I'm taking Cardinals 31-3.
God, dog.
31-3.
Golly.
I think they cover us 4 times over.
I know.
7 points a quarter.
Can't do this, man.
And I
can't do this.
And listen, if Joey Slye misses my 3 and we get shut out again.
Slye almost got fired. It ain't even his fault, bro. They worked out 4 kickers today. Literally.
Hey, they got him out the door. He only hope is scoring the points as soon as he stops scoring. Your ass is great. I mean, excuse my language, man. God,
Bose went out there. He's like, I don't consider it 4 field goals missed in a row. 1 was blocked, and 1 was like a 65-yarder.
Man, he didn't murder 4 people. He stabbed 1. They bled to death. He didn't even do the true killing. It was the blood that left his body. Shut up. Okay. All right.
Oh, man.
Did you say 31-3?
31-3. And I think we may have less than 200 yards total offense.
Okay. Well, I'm actually going the opposite way, fellas. I actually think this is the week we score over 21 points. It's not enough, but we do it. I think we lose. I said over, but we're right at 21. I think that's where we go. 26-21 Cardinals is where we fall. We go to 0-5. The continued rumblings of the firing continues to grow. That's
press conferences getting more and more toxic.
More and more Paul, I'm not going to answer that.
PK just hitting them with these questions.
Well, I'm just curious, man. We haven't won a game in over 11 weeks. Do you think you're a good coach? Like, he's just going to start saying it now. Like, he's just going to start letting it out there.
You think this team's relentless?
PK is he
saw like a word on the wall. It was just like,
I'm just going to
use this.
No, he knows exactly what he's doing, man. And it's just he's like, what? I mean, what? You're not going to answer the question? Like, man, he's interesting. But that's what we've got it, man. Again, remember to like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you guys joining us this week. As always, catch us right after the game or at least the next day. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Depending on how the game goes. If we win, we're recording after the game if we win. I'm telling you that right now. We're recording after the game. I'm throwing a party all by my freaking self. Like, we're doing it. If we lose, we'll see y'all next week. I don't know when. We'll see y'all next week.
Hey, look. We already took a couple of days off. Guys had to come fish me out.
We're going to lock in. We're going to lock in, man. We ain't going to do it again to you. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. We love you guys. Thank you for the support. We're at 20K. Thank you guys for that. It's nobody else but you guys. 21K. I mean, thank you guys so much. Yeah, thank you. I can't say enough how much we appreciate that. You guys have continued to just show us support. This is such a small Titans community, and you allowing us to be a part of it, we appreciate it. To all of the guys who are beefing for the other platforms, stop the beef. Nobody cares, man. They're barely listening to us anyway. We need a Titans community that's one and whole. Cody, Sauce, I didn't say I was going to talk about this, but I have to talk about this for just 2 seconds. Shut up. We just want a Titans community. Nobody's superstars here. Who cares how many subscribers and views you get on YouTube? Who cares if you're best friends with the coach? Who cares? But just be blanket coverage, be raw, be real, be athletic. Stop being covered by your biases. Stop hating on each other. Nobody cares. We're all here on one accord to try to support a terrible team. Just get behind it. We already are one of the worst teams. We can't be one of the worst media teams as well because we're always fighting. Nobody cares. We'll never mention anybody by name on this show because we could care less who you are. As long as you're listening and you support us, we'll support you. And even if you don't support us, I'm still listening to a lot of you guys anyway. I don't really give a darn. Anyways, I'm done. Signing off. Peace. PMC.
Now, one last thing.
Okay.
Tyler, 1v1 shipment, half of that contract.
That's right. Call of Duty. We'll talk about it. Peace. Out of here. Press me.
Press me.